Welcome to the Press for Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got my special guest here, the beautiful Tasha. I got my co-host, my man, CG. Man, we got a great guest in today. He's from Chicago here to Detroit. Man, he personal trained everybody. He got a great company, man. My main man, Pudge Cotton. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Oh, we feeling good, man. So tell us more about this. First of all, congratulations. I see you graduated from Eastern Michigan.
Yes, sir, in 2015.
Right. How was that? What major?
I majored in chemistry with a minor in biology.
Okay.
Chemistry.
Smart.
That's some hard shit.
And I played football there for 4 years.
So what you learn how to make explosives and shit? I mean, what's the...
Man, all kind of stuff. A lot of mixing, a lot of matching, all that kind of stuff.
That's what's up.
Okay, so you play football there too, correct?
Yep, I played football there for 4 years.
Okay. How long did you stay in Chicago?
I lived in Chicago since I was born until I was 18 years old, so until 2011. And then I moved to Michigan. I've been in Michigan since.
Oh, you moved here from Chicago.
Yep, I was on full ride scholarship for football.
So is Chicago and Detroit just alike? I never been to Chicago.
You never been to Chicago?
No.
Man, it's so close by.
Yeah.
It's so close
I've
by.
been once. We've been
I
once
recently was just
a long
there.
time ago.
For real?
Yeah, for school.
Y'all gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely
Man,
gotta go.
I'm not... If I tell you a lot of places I've never been to, man, you'll be like, what? Like, how, you need to start getting out
You gotta
more.
get out. Just about to
Yeah,
say you gotta get out.
definitely.
But to answer your question, Chicago and Detroit is a lot alike, in my opinion. Chicago is just bigger in the sense, you know. But in terms of like people, I got a lot of close friends from Detroit. I've been out here since 2011, so a lot of my close friends now are people that like I met in Michigan. I met since I've been in college, so it's a lot of similarities. How we hustle, the kind of work ethic, the kind of blue collar mentality is very similar to Chicago.
Yeah, usually people are leaving here to go to Chicago.
Yeah, I have a lot of guys I met in Chicago. I mean, met out here in school that like moved, got jobs in Chicago.
That's cool. So what made you get into personal training?
You know, so what really made me get into personal training, I was going through like depression, and I was in like a rather toxic relationship. I was drinking a lot, eating out all the time. You know, kind of that in love, infatuation. You know, good face, whatever.
So what you was eating? White Castles, McDonald's?
Oh,
I mean,
no.
Going out.
Oh,
I'm going to pubs. I was going to bars and pubs, like, you know, 3 days a week. I wasn't like working out. And what happened was I got a DUI. And when I got this was my second DUI, I ended up having to go to jail. And when I went to jail, the best thing for me to like feel better, to kind of get out of my depression, to kind of get out of that state, was like working out. So I got back to working out, and I ended up losing close to like 40 pounds. Mm-hmm. And when I got out, I was like, man, I kind of want to pursue personal training. The first time I ever did a personal training session, I just made a post like, you know, if anybody want to come to the gym and get a workout in, just come work out with me. One person showed up. I started posting content. Next thing I know, I had like 2 or 3 people reach out to me like, hey, how much you charge for personal training? I'm like, I wasn't even a personal trainer. I'm like, you know, I'm just working out, just kind of get back in shape and make me feel good. So that's kind of how I got into personal training.
Sweet.
That's cool. So how you get the name Rapture Lifestyle? How did you find that name?
You know, so, well, before I got the second DUI, I ended up doing some time in jail. I was in a process of opening up a nightclub, and it was going to be called Club Rapture. And rapture means like intense feeling of like joy, pleasure, like a euphoric state. And that's like the kind of experience I wanted like my patrons to have at the nightclub. So once I went to jail and kind of found fitness as a way, as like my outlet to kind of like live a more healthier, holistic lifestyle. When I got out, I named the company Rapture Lifestyle because once I developed like a lifestyle change, once I like, you know, changed the way I ate, sleep, you know, the kind of content I was like engaging in, that kind of stuff. Once I made a lifestyle change, it was totally different. So I named the company Rapture Lifestyle.
Sweet. Yeah.
So where's your company, like where do you base your company at? Do you be like fitness gyms all over, or you got your own gym?
That's a great question. So we're a holistic based mobile fitness company, so we can train you wherever. If you have a LA Fitness membership, a Planet Fitness membership, Crunch, we can meet you there. You don't even need a membership. All of our trainers have memberships at any Planet Fitness, any Crunch, any LA Fitness. So you don't even need a membership to train with us. We can train you in your house, garage, really wherever.
Do you do boot camps?
We don't do boot camps per se, but we do group classes.
Okay.
And once we acquire our own gym, which we are in the process of trying to do right now.
Oh, that's major.
Yeah, that's what we're in. That's what we're in the works.
Well, I also trained the other day. I did like 20 squats, 20 push-ups in my dream. I woke up sweating, so I know I did a
I was about
heck
to
of
say,
a
don't get
I
on
did-
this show.
I did a heck of a good
I
job.
was just gonna
I
ask,
did
where was
a-
you at?
Yeah, I did a heck of
In
a
his
good
head.
job, man. Yeah, so what's Lord, I got distracted.
Telling all them lies.
Don't come for me. So how did you meet up with Darian?
So, his best friend Kyrie, I coached him in football. I coached at Belleville High School for about a year, and he was one of my defensive backs. So he reached out to me, seeking just kind of like mentorship. He just got off into fitness, and he was like, you know, can I like come around? Can I like learn more about the game and whatnot? And that was pretty much it. So I offered him an internship. He ended up at the 30 days. We ended up making him an offer. Now he's a personal trainer for us, and he was like, man, I got a dope kid for you. He's like on the same wave I'm on. He's very like based, like holistic based, like just had his head on his shoulders and whatnot. He said you should reach out to him. So I reached out to Darrion, and we got connected, and I offered him an internship, and that's how we kind of got connected.
That's good. That's good because Darian is he about his business. He does a good job. And I'm glad that he had a chance to do something that he found a lot, because I seen little bro struggling over the years trying to find something he loved doing, and by you pulling him in, that was a really good plus. You know what I'm saying? Because he just like he athletic. He just like a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first did my podcast show, he was there. We did it in his basement, and I always wanted to interview people, and I like the fact that you're an entrepreneur yourself. Mm-hmm. But when I brought on CG came along too. We, you know what I'm saying, he agreed to come onto the podcast, and then we had beautiful Tasha here. You know,
She done popped out.
yeah, she popped off. She glowing, you know. But I'm still getting to know them three because I know him longer from work. So,
Okay.
But outside of it, tell us about this event you got going on July 17th.
So July 17th, we're hosting a launch party. So when we started the company, we didn't have like no grand opening and whatnot because we didn't really have a storefront. So this is kind of like a 2-year celebration of us rendering service to the community, us, you know, changing people's lives for the better, and us like pushing a holistic lifestyle. So this is kind of like an event for people to kind of let their hair down, girls to get dressed up. They come with leggings every day, you know, they sweating and whatnot. They don't get to get dolled up and all good looking. Same thing with the guys. They come in joggers, tank tops, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of dressed to impress. It's all black attire, and it's gonna be a vibe, man.
Sounds like my kind of event.
Yeah,
Coming.
pop out, please.
So
do.
quick question. You say you're a personal trainer. I'm pretty sure you've been training people over the years. How do you deal with a client that's very musty?
Dang.
You gonna do me like that?
You even care in
She
that
just,
moment?
yeah, I mean, you lift them armpits up, you
That's
dealing with a
that's
real
big
dumbbell.
deal.
Chill.
That's a big deal.
You know, fortunately, I haven't had to deal with it. If I did, you know, I would address it probably after the second or
So
third time.
awkward. Like, how do you tell a grown ass man, like,
I would
kind of
bring up my own must. Like, damn, I'm like, I should have put on
that
some
me?
deodorant today. Yeah,
Right.
that's me.
Oh, that ain't me.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta do better though. It's about me.
You know it's man bad when you get to blinking.
Oh yeah. It's bad at that point.
What's your main go-to when you trying to get that person motivated
I was just gonna
to
ask.
change
Yeah.
they eating habits, lifestyles to work out and be healthier? What's your main success tool that you use?
I do a really good job of selling the importance of a holistic lifestyle. So when I sell somebody, when they're coming to me and they say they want personal training, want to lose a certain amount of weight, I try to paint them a bigger picture on, you know, you're going to lose weight coming with us. Like, you're going to get your like physical results, but what we found out, people that are mentally like working on themselves, physically working on themselves, spiritually working on themselves, and then you like combine a component of eating well and whatnot, building healthy and sustainable relationships. Once you combine all of that, these people like they get job promotions. They like find like relationships get better. They graduate school. We have a lot of young women who just graduated from Eastern who are pursuing doctorates and masters. So people come and like work out with us and they like get a lifestyle change and they like see results. So selling them on like the lifestyle change is like how we really get people.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, can you explain to listeners or people that may not know exactly what you mean by holistic lifestyle?
Absolutely. So holistic meaning well-rounded in the areas of mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and what you intake, what you consume. So it's being well-rounded in all those areas, and also financial like literacy. It's like one of the things that we push. About 2 months ago, we held a free financial class. 3 months ago, we held a free financial literacy class for our team members. Led by Rob, the finance QB. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. We play football together at Easter.
Okay,
and,
shout out.
Yeah, he's a financial advisor, and he led a free class for my clients.
You know what's crazy? Speaking of that, a lot of people don't know what financial literacy is because I remember when I left my job at the airport, I used to work for this company called Concessions International, and when I left there, I took a class like on how to, everybody know how to make money, but they don't know how to spend money. And that's one thing I had to learn. Everybody can make the money, but you got to learn how to spend it.
Yeah.
And when I found out about financial literacy, I was like, wow, dog, I didn't even know this. And then I started reading books. And I was like, man, investment is really serious, man. Because everybody think investment, they think stocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The coin stuff. It's more than that.
It's so many different ways to acquire assets, man.
Right.
It's scary.
Like, some people don't know what an asset is and liability. I like an asset more. Because I want something that's lasting. Liability is something you just rush off. And see, a lot of people don't know about it because they don't read about it. They don't take time. And it's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Really.
And I'm glad you brought that up because financial literacy is very important. A lot of athletes need to know about financial literacy, especially boxers. Because boxers, most of them are, I'm not trying to be bold, but most of them are off the streets. They don't know much about education because back in the day, boxing was a prison sport. And they just made it worldwide. So a lot of boxers and MMA fighters, they need to find out what financial literacy is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you hit it on the head. Everybody needs financial literacy. Yeah. And why that's like a part of like holisticness, in my opinion, is because you move different when you like making money. You like move different when you're like able to invest money and acquire assets. You don't have that many liabilities, right? You don't owe that much debt, whether that be school debt, credit card debt.
Right. And another thing too, I like about you that a lot of people don't do. They don't like taking risk. And taking risk is part of getting your own business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been times where, like I said, when I bought all this equipment, I ain't had nothing to talk about. I got it just in front of the camera. I was like, man, nobody gonna listen. But I just kept doing it. I kept taking a risk, and I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the risk to go far. But I like to see entrepreneurs like yourself that you can't be scared to take a risk because you gotta find the only way to win. You gotta lose.
Absolutely.
And you can't be afraid. Like I said on the last one, you can't be afraid to fail, but be afraid to become a consistent failure. It's two different things. A failure and a failure. A failure is a person they just lazy. They don't mind putting in the work. But a person who failed, they be like, all right, I failed. Now it's time to get back up.
Right? Yeah.
And I commend you for doing what you're doing.
Man, I definitely appreciate it. Man, the feeling is definitely mutual. From entrepreneur to entrepreneur, man, like you said, you do have to be bold. You do have to take risks.
Yeah. And entrepreneur, you're still serving the people. You're still working for the people.
Yeah. Really, we just did a workout for wellness event in Chicago, and we serviced over about 150 people, partnering with Foot Locker. My younger brother, Pudge Cotton, he's a co-owner of Rapture Lifestyle and co-founder, of a Greater Good Foundation.
I like to ask a question for you as a personal trainer, and Tasha, you can chime in on this as well. What do you feel about a person that's just don't want to put in the work? They just go ahead and just get the surgery. They don't want to put in the work, but they get the surgery, but they still have bad eating habits.
So I'm going to chime in on that because I did have weight loss surgery. But I chose versus, okay, so I was like 375 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So versus, I kind of came to a point where I was just like working out, doing stuff. Nothing was working. I wasn't motivated. So versus, I chose to have a sleeve procedure versus anything else or lipo or whatever, because I feel like that gave me a chance to actually have a lifestyle change. So I didn't really want to interrupt you because I didn't want to hear people. I wanted the people to hear you more. But I did want to say that I think that's what's so important about what you're doing. There's a lot of trainers that it's just training. But so in my weight loss journey, because I've lost at this point like 110 pounds.
Kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Thanks. No, but yeah. No, but it's a journey, and what people don't understand is it's mental. It's a mental journey. So in my, like, they have you see a therapist. Like, it's not just being somebody's weight loss coach.
Right.
It's so much deeper than
Right.
that. Like
Speaking of therapy, did you seek therapy when you was going through your situation?
I didn't, man, to be honest.
'Cause I think mental health is very important.
It's very important. And me, I was like naive enough to like believe depression wasn't a real thing until I like went through it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know I was in.
because we don't get taught that in our
No,
community.
not at all.
And I love that our culture is now so aware of it, but we don't get taught that. It's like, what? Anxiety, depression,
Right.
you crazy.
What's
you
that?
Be
know?
strong.
Yeah.
You
You don't
Just
talk
keep
about
going.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't necessarily seek therapy, but like I said, fitness was kind of my therapeutic outlet.
That's what's up.
What makes you happy when you personal training? What gets you excited? What gets you going?
What gets me excited personal training is seeing people flip that switch of, initially starting getting back into the swing thing is hard. The mental game, it's like mental warfare every time you show up to the gym. Like waking up, knowing you about to like get your ass bust.
Yeah.
And you're paying for it. You're paying for somebody to like put you through hell, right? Every workout. So seeing people flip that switch to where they don't really care for working out, to where like they're hitting me up like, man, I want an extra day of working out, I want 2 extra days of working out, to where they
Right.
love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love to see that
your day
change.
is messed up. If you miss it, because it gets you going. Like, when I do, like, I'm back in school, so everything is all messed up. But when I'm working, like, I have to do it in the morning. Like, it has to start my day. And it makes me so productive.
It does.
Throughout the day.
It
Like,
really
your
does.
whole mindset is changed.
So what do you do about clients that say, "Oh, you booked this appointment," and they don't show up? How do you handle that? Do you charge them extra, or do you take it out on, you know what, sucker? Since you made me wait, you owe me
Sucker.
50 more push-ups, bomb.
That's a great question. So when I first started doing personal training, before I really developed into like a company, I would do, you pay me after the workout. So what would happen is I would schedule these people, and 3 or 4 people wouldn't show up. And next thing I know, I'm spending hours at the gym where I'm like not even training people. So I said, I'm like tired of this. So what I did was, no, you pay up front. So if you don't show up, it's on you, and it's an accountability thing as well. Like, all right, if you want to spend your hard-earned money and like not show up and do what you like said you're going to do, it's like a you issue. It's not a Pudge issue at that point. It's like you self-reflect to figure out like what you need to do to like get going.
What can you say to people out there that's like procrastinating? They feel like they need to lose weight and they're not doing it. Like, what advice can you give people?
Man, go get started. Find a friend. Everybody can go find a friend and go out, get something to drink, go smoke weed with, go to the movies with, go shopping with, all that. Find somebody to like go to the gym with you. If you got somebody you like date, your significant other, me and my girlfriend work out, go to the gym with them. Start out like that. And then at the time, once you hit that switch, then I would say just go get started. Get started with somebody.
Like she said earlier, it is a mental thing. Cause I'll be at home like, yeah, I'm about to go sweat. Then when I get that remote, oh my God,
It's bad. You back
the TV
chilling.
come on. I'll be like, you know what? I'm about to get me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some almond milk, and I'm gonna sit here and I look at my belly. I'm like, you know what? I can't see my whole body at the moment, but I'm okay with that, and I'm fully aware that, you know, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, shit, I'm fat. I mean, that's all I can deal with at the moment. You know, I breathe hard, so hey, you know. But we appreciate you coming on the show and everything, man. We really appreciate you sharing.
Yes.
And sharing it, man. We really appreciate it. So where did you get started? Like, where did you start from the basement? Did you start in the field, backyard, alley?
Planet Fitness in Ipsy. It's down the street from my school in Eastern, and they damn near got me banned from there because I done trained so many clientele. You have clientele there.
They got a problem with that?
Oh yeah, Planet Fitness. They don't want like personal trainers like in their gym because they want their trainers in house to like make the money.
Got it. Okay.
So like yeah.
That's crazy. Have you did celebrities? You training celebrities?
Not yet. I'm hoping to like work toward. That's one of the things I'm working towards right now. Like so I'm trying to like get some Detroit celebrities, some Chicago celebrities, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Have you has anything ever happened through this whole process where you were just discouraged and you were like, yeah, I don't know, that's not gonna work, and like what kind of kept you on track?
You know, to be honest, no. When I
That's
was
dope.
yeah, when I was in jail, I was in jail for 10 months. I worked on like the vision and the company every day. So like when I got out, all I had to do was execute. I didn't have to think. It was nothing emotional attached. It was like just execute. Just do what you plan to do.
You said being in jail. Did it give you time to, when you was in jail for 10 months, was the personal training on your mind even heavier? Because you know in jail they say you just think a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'll never go to jail, but I never been there. But everybody who went there said they had time to sit down and just think. They had nothing but just think and read.
Literally, that's all you have to do. Think, read, and work out. So when I was in there, I led a fitness program for about 75 inmates, and that kind of kept my mind off where I was.
Oh, you did that while you were? Okay.
And developed a 30-day case study. And
What they say, throw the lion in the, what's the term? I'm going to say it wrong, but you know. Basically, you just going to get it wherever you at.
Wherever I'm at. So if I could do that in there
That's
with
amazing.
limited resources, no phone, no whatnot, no
Okay.
internet, what can I do out here? It's easy out here. Just execute.
And I was just saying that, like, if you know how the pandemic went on, what if something happened, like all the social media platforms shut down, and we had to live like we used to live back in the day? Like back in the day, we didn't have no social media. It was just a VCR,
mind,
TV. But see, that's
Some
crazy.
people lose their
But see,
mind.
that's crazy because
I
you
go
gotta
back- I
learn.
go back to
You
doing
gotta
what I
learn how to
was doing.
survive in each way. And this pandemic really showed us. Like it's be a time when you can, you know, I'm gonna shut something out. That's why during the pandemic, you gotta learn how to survive. You have
Absolutely.
to. You know what I'm saying? So if they shut social media down, you shouldn't have to just, you know, so like you said, it's sad that some people take themselves out.
Yeah.
Social media, but you gotta learn how to live without social media. You lived before it was built. You gotta live
Speaking of
after.
social media, though, how can people find you? Like you said, you know, if somebody listening right now and they like, oh yeah, I want to get signed up with him.
So you can go to our website. It's Rapture Lifestyle. That's rapturelifestyle.com. Our Instagram is Rapture Fitness _training, Rapture Fitness _training, and Facebook Rapture Fitness Training.
Now to get the hold of to you is what Ken Corso? Right?
Yeah. Kane
_4.
_4, and that's with a K.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
When I seen Ken Corso on the phone, I'm like, damn, he must be one of them Mortal Kombat fighters. You know, like, dang, like he had to interview or whoop ass. Which one, man? You know,
what I mean. So yeah, so that's where I got my Instagram name from. But yeah, it's Kane Corso _4, Kane Corso _4.
Okay, but for the people out there that's watching this podcast, it's called the Pressful Conversation Podcast, dummy. This is Mr. Layback Corey.
Can you hit the button on yourself?
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got my beautiful co-host here, Tasha. I got my main man, C Jizzle here, and we got our guest in today, Pudge Cotton. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
But for the people out there, make sure y'all follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and hit that like and subscribe button down below, and make sure you comment And don't be afraid to comment because I will see if you comment or not. Best believe that. So thank you so much, Lee. Yep.
Oh,
You know what? That's the end of the podcast. Peace.
Yeah.